need to see what books you have on celibacy.
What was that, dear?
Darkness and emptiness. No.
Purification, purity for myself, for God.
Celibacy to me is very sacred.
I mean, that celibacy thing is not cool.
It's not cool. For me.
But what is, okay, is celibacy not having sex or is celibacy taking a vow?
Times are too hard to be deciding something like that.
Whenever I hear celibacy, I'm thinking that someone has definitely gone through a traumatic experience to where it's forced them to lead a life of celibacy, and I can totally understand why.
It gives you a chance to understand who you are from an emotional as well as from a sexual perspective.
I always think the last desperate act to maintain your sanity in the world of dating.
I'm looking for a husband. Since there are things that I require, I need to make sure we're compatible before we get naked. Because the problem is, if you have sex and the sex is amazing and mind-blowing and great, you kind of forget about all that other stuff you were looking at.
I know a lot of religious women who do that, you know, and you know, I think they feel like they're going to be blessed and Mr. Right will come to them faster.
Well, you know, when I first moved to LA, I met this girl, and she was 26. She graduated from college, she's very religious, moved back home after college, and was celibate and, you know, going to church all week, and I just kind of looked at her like,
All
well,
week.
I went to the church and was like the size of a stadium. But I just remember, not because of the celibacy thing, but I felt like she had made her life so small, and I'm like, how are you going to find this magical person if you're not really living your life and you're like going by these codes?
That's always the challenge. Like, if you do have a relationship with God, then why are you even practicing premarital sex anyway? Because obviously you're not supposed to have sex until you're married.
You have to be responsible. And celibacy is the best way to be responsible. I'm a firm believer that people should have sex before they get married. You got to test drive the car before you buy it.
I think it is an extension of the relationship. I think that if you're in a good relationship with someone and you care about them, then their pleasure should be as important as yours.
I'm definitely a relationship type of girl, so if we're not in a committed relationship, or at least if we're not saying that we're in a committed relationship, you're not getting the goods.
You know, I don't have any set time period. It's not, you know, I mean, I really try to wait and develop, you know, my intuitive spirit about the relationship or the person before I go there. It really is all about chemistry.
No, if I'm not in a relationship, it's not even a thought to me, because these are my personals. It's like a little apple, and every time somebody takes a bite out of it, it's like, you know, it messes up my little shiny red apple. So, and if you let too many people bite into your apple, you're gonna end up just with a little stem.
How is that whole celibacy thing working out?
Great. 27 days and counting.
You hang in there.
Short-tempered, want to stab somebody
Hungry
every
all the
15
time,
minutes.
just mad.
Mad.
I have eaten so many potato chips. I didn't eat that
I was
many
gonna say,
potato
did you
chips.
guys feel the void somehow? I mean, you know.
I filled it with Lay's.
It was In-N-Out and Wendy's.
That's what it would work.
Oh, good for you.
Work. Okay, we like you.
It is a lot of work
I didn't
eating
say
those
working
potato
out, I
chips.
said work.
Society and pressure, and especially being in a town like Los Angeles where everything is so sexual. Everybody is into looks and sex, and you just fall into it. You know, you fall into dinner, dating, champagne, and the next thing you know, weeks later, days later, sometimes the same night, you're having sex.
I'm not taking a vow of celibacy because if I meet Mr. Right this second, I'm grown. We can work it out.
This is so silly, but you watch Sex in the City and you are raised with feminism and you think you're supposed to have sex kind of fast, and if you don't, it's kind of a dance. Like, if you don't, you know, have sex within, like, say 3 months, the guy's probably going to break up with you.
I don't have enough time to be celibate. I just don't, because I need to meet somebody today and see what's happening, because I need to be married by next Friday.
It's kind of like not our culture anymore, but it's so confusing because you have sex with a guy too soon, he won't call you. If you wait too long, he'll break up with you.
One of the reasons I dated, and I believe a lot of guys date, is to have sex. So when a girl is, you know, when she has the big poster that says, I'm celibate, it's like, well, I guess I'm going to be talking to someone else.
But what if the girl was so wonderful?
What makes a girl wonderful to a guy is good sex. The
That's
fact
shallow.
that Feeny can cook and that she speaks English and cleans the house are just bonuses to the fact that when we have
Thank you,
sex,
sweetie.
it's good.